Yeah, what up, y'all? I know it's been a minute. Marvin the Real Deal, 2020. I think we on like April 18th right now, if I ain't mistaken to my common knowledge, if you ask me. I'm just thankful just getting back on here. I'm still down on my phone right now. I'm actually using someone else's phone right now, but that's actually cool right now. Um, I'm um, just having thoughts coming into the actually still during the off season. Looking at the picks, what we need to try to pick up. Now, mind you, I think that us Philadelphia Eagles should pick up, focus on big men up front for the offensive side and the defensive side. Start looking at replacements for Jason Peters and some more guys up front for the O line and more guys for, up front for the D line. Pause. But yeah, I also think that we need to get more wide receivers and cornerbacks, and I think that we'll be okay with that if you ask me. I think that should be our focus. Is just wide receivers, cornerbacks, and offensive tackles and defensive tackles. I'm glad to be back on here. I was pissed off that the Philadelphia Eagles, we missed out on the playoffs. We got knocked out first round. I was heated. The Dallas Cowgirls, they actually went 8-8. We went 9-7. I was hoping for the Washington Redskins to beat the Dallas Cowboys the last week of the season, which was week 17. Washington Redskins was at home, but it was cool. The Dallas Cowboys try to get the W out there. They had a battery in their back. They beat the Washington Redskins, and we beat the New York Giants our last game of the 2019 regular season game. Now, that was past tense now. We're focused on the upcoming season, which is this season, still in the off season, and we're here in going to the draft here. Now, I think our early picks, I think that we should get what we need to get. I think that we should get another wide receiver, and I think that we should get another cornerback. But I think that we should get two wide receivers. I think we should get two wide receivers, and then just somewhere in the draft, I mean, when we have other rounds in the later rounds, pick up cornerbacks. I think we should pick up cornerbacks. You know, I think the early rounds we should get a cornerback and two wide receivers, and cornerbacks. We can easily get big men up front for the O line and the D line. We can get big men for that. I think that we should focus more on getting more younger guys this time around with the additional help of veterans still on the team. I think that our whole offensive tackling and our defensive tackling from the offensive line to the defensive line, I think that our offensive line and our defensive line should get more youth guys the same way that Chip Kelly did back in like 2008, 2009 season, if I ain't mistaken to my common knowledge, if you ask me. I think that Chip Kelly, a lot of people try to downgrade Chip Kelly, but I think that Chip Kelly Kelly also did a good job on just making the organization different, trying to make the youth better, and a lot of people try to downgrade Chip Kelly, Lord Brunson. I represent Lord Brunson He's a guy that I look out on YouTube about, around the league and about maybe what's going on with, with us Philadelphia Eagles. I kind of disagreed on him about that. He said that um, we don't, you know, we don't need certain people. And I disagreed on that to a point where I feel like those guys that he mentioned, I feel like we ought to had help on that. Um, One of the guys he had mentioned was that Des Bryant. Um, I spoke with him online on social media about you know us Philadelphia Eagles getting Des Bryant, and even Lord Brunson responded back saying that um, he don't think we should get them. You know, he wouldn't want no ex Dallas Cowboys over to the Philadelphia Eagles, and this and that, this and that. Um, I'm not looking at it like the players from the Dallas Cowboys. I just don't like the Dallas Cowboys. Now, there's players that I respect from the Dallas Cowboys, whoever that was on the Dallas Cowboys, and and that I respect basically. Now I can mention, you know, more than five guys that was on the Dallas Cowboys that I can mention um, from the past tense, from my early childhood, um, from the early '90s, all the way up to the early 2000s. Um, Even the Dallas Cowboys from all the way up to now. Um, wow. Um, I'm expecting for this season to be more remarkable. I'm glad we got Darius Slay. Um, we got Hargrove on deck, for defense. I think that'd be good for the. I think that'd be good on just opening up holes and stopping the runs, penetrating the run and forcing the ball more now into coverage. Now, mind you, since I said that, forcing the ball into coverage now, um, now since we got Hargrove, I think that he'll penetrate the run. He'll anticipate the fake run. He'll anticipate and stop the regular run, whether it's a quarterback run or a running back run. I think he'll bust up the hole, opening up for himself and other players that's on our team to get there. Open up things for the coverage to make their adjustments for developments on stopping the offense. With that being said, I just think that this season would be remarkable for us for this 2020 season. Knowing me, turning pro boxing this year, 2020, looking at November or December. Um, I'm looking for the aim for that. Turning pro boxing, looking forward for it. I feel good. I'm in shape, top physical condition shape. If anything, just only continue to work out in the gym, if you ask me. Um, but to get back on the football, we're back on the football now. Um, Miles Sanders, he's going to be a starter. Um, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goddard. Um, I think we're going to use these guys. Boston Scott, I think that we should use Boston Scott. I mean, more of a special teams guy and more of a slot guy, and just to get those extra quick yards. I don't think Boston Scott is a power guy, if you ask me. He's more of a speed burst type of guy. Get a ball quick to him type guy. Whether it's a quick pass or a maybe a quick sweep, quick shuffle. But I think he more better on a sweep, if you ask me, or on a slot. It's to a point where you could run Boston Scott on a wheel, or just put him in a slot to a point where you could run him in different kind of routes depending on the coverage. You may even put him on the fly route. You know what I'm saying, or like some kind of pass on the outs, or maybe in the middle of the field or something, depending on the kind of defense and the kind of coverage that it is. If you ask me, I'm looking forward for Carson Wentz to ball up this season. Doug Peterson. I heard a lot of guys left. I've been down on my phone, so I haven't been doing any interviews like that. This is actually my first interview since we lost the playoffs. I was actually heard about that and pissed off, but I already figured and knew that we already had problems anyway. I think that we need to focus on making these moves and don't worry about the coronavirus though, man. The coronavirus thing, in my opinion, is basically something that a personal thing people already had within themselves before the vaccine. The vaccines is basically what people was taking for the coronavirus. The same vaccines for when you go out of the country, you gotta take you gotta take your vitals. It's basically the same stuff. That's all it is. It's just vaccine. Now, when people took the coronavirus testing and when they took the vaccine, the vaccine triggered something else that was already in their immune system, which was a disease germ inside their body. Now something else came up. Now they're saying that people are sick now, or this is on their skin, or their skin is looking like this. They got red marks on their skin, or they feeling like this, or they feeling like that. They feeling sick, or they just this or that. You know what I mean? I think that it's just basically, in my opinion, people already had a personal problem. Maybe they had like some kind of STDs or some kind of like maybe like some full blown AIDS or something, or maybe like they had like some kind of like gonorrhea, like maybe like they already had something, you know what I mean, personal or whatever within themselves. You know, a lot of people are funny in this world. But I also think that it's common sense for people to be clean. Like the guy said on the news, this is just basically just common sense that what people need to be doing, just washing their hands, staying sanitized when people are sick, stay away from people that are sick, stay at a distance, stay away from large crowds. You have different emotions in different crowds, different behaviors. You got to watch out for that. Um, I just think that just to be safe, basically. But far as the coronavirus, I just think that people already had a personal problem within themselves. That's why you see all of these cases and all of these deaths and stuff. And New Jersey's really hit bad, really hit bad. New Jersey looked bad. New Jersey really looked bad. I don't know if I want to talk to a girl from New Jersey. New Jersey been talked about for decades about how funny they are, and Philadelphia is a, you know what I mean, it's not like New Jersey, but they got a, you know what I mean, like some kind of you know what I mean, like some kind of, thing with that. And Delaware is the lightest one. You know what I mean? I'd rather talk to a girl maybe from Delaware, or just maybe just somewhere from out of town. Um, don't really want to talk to a girl from Philadelphia anymore. I know about these Philadelphia girls. Only thing I could really do is just respect these girls best way I can if they respect me. Um, just basically just common sense. Um, Ready to move on from all of this topic and get back on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that this 2020 season should just be the focus on what we need to do to fill our depth chart. To have our depth chart tanking and healthy this season. I think that we should focus on just youth and focus on just maintaining, staying healthy, and you know what I mean. Getting the youth. I think we should focus on that this season. Everything else to play right. You know, like I said before, shout outs and respects to Chip Kelly. I think that he helped put the Philadelphia Eagles more to a youth, open up. the depth chart with more of a widespread and more decisions on things. Um, Philadelphia was always known to like to pass more than running. We'll probably run probably like 60 or 70% of the time. I'm sorry, we'll pass 60 or 70% of the time, and then run the ball like between 30 or 40% of the time. Which is not even half every time. We always pass the ball more. Um, what these Dallas Cowboys is going to be doing this season is that I think that the Dallas Cowboys is going to repeat themselves this season to a point where they're looking at it like the Eagles are going to do something this season, and we gotta beat. You know what I mean? Teams, the same teams that we beat last season, or at least try to be 8-8 to try to jump in the wild card to even try to go to the playoffs. We not even looking at Washington or the Giants even trying to get in there, but we got to look at Washington and the Giants at the same time. Is because for the simple fact that this is a new season now. This is a new season now, and they at least Dallas Cowboys at least got at least try to win 8 games in their opinion. And they already know that the Washington Redskins and New York Giants have a tougher schedule than the Dallas Cowboys. So what these Dallas Cowboys is figuring is that, and knowing that they're just going to try to repeat themselves from last year. They're going to try to beat most of the teams. Most of their wins are really from the NFC East. So most of their wins are going to try to be in the NFC East. It may be one or two teams outside the division. They're going to try to beat outside of the NFC East and outside the NFC division. They might just try to beat once or twice, and they might not even do that once or twice. If you ask me, this 2020 season, I don't even think that the Dallas Cowboys is going to win no more than 7 games. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to win no more than 7 games. In my opinion, this season, I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win probably like 5 or 6 games. Probably like 5 or 6 games. I'm not even looking at them winning 6 games. I'm not even looking at the Dallas Cowboys winning 6 games. 6 games. You got to be kidding me. The Dallas Cowboys is not winning 6 games. You know, what Jerry Jones got over there, and what he's trying to do is repeat himself at this is like the 1995 season. Jerry Jones is acting like they just won a Super Bowl, and they're about to come off the off season, making remarkable and incredible historical moves, which is epic to a point where you make him win a Grammy, and just be used for different stuff for movies and just for TV shows promotion, motivation, just for a lot of things. Maybe even put at a museum at the Philadelphia, if you ask me, at the Philadelphia Art Museum. The Dallas Cowboys are trash. They're not winning no more than 5 to 6 games, in my opinion. I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, winning at least like 5 games. Winning like 5 games. Jason Garrett is out of there. What Jason Garrett is doing is that he's going to try to go somewhere else, in which he's did. I forgot what team that he went to. He's trash. I'm actually glad Jason Garrett actually got out of there. Far as being the head coach, I actually think that Jason Garrett was actually a good coach. I just think that it was more Dak. I think that it was more Dak. In my opinion, when Dak first came in after Tony Romo was benched, and Tony Romo coming off issues or whatever that he personally had within himself. After Tony Romo knew that he lost his job back in like 2012, 2015. He wasn't giving the ball enough to certain guys like Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. He was giving the ball more to Zeke. He had to get the ball more to Zeke because Zeke was the primary running back at the time. So he had to get the ball up to Ezekiel Elliott, number 21 for the Dallas Cowboys running back. which is still their starter, and he's still a problem, in my opinion. If you ask me, he can run the ball. He can receive the ball good. He can block. I seen him block a few times. He can block. He's strong. He's a strong back. He's not a speed back. In my opinion, he's more of a accelerated strong back, where like meaning that he's good at running the ball. I mean, with his with power, in my opinion, if you ask me. But like I was saying about Dak, I just think that Dak was being stubborn and selfish, to a point where I just think that he needed to represent Cole Beasley and Des Bryant more, in my opinion, if you ask me. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like I said though, what Jerry Jones is going to try to do is that he's going to try to make another run, as if like they just won a Super Bowl. They're kind of still celebrating a little bit, but they're just making moves, about to make these moves. They're about to go back to the playoffs, in which last season in 2019, the Dallas Cowboys didn't even go to the playoffs, if you ask me. To a lot of people, common knowledge that watch football and maybe had read on the paper or even had heard of the word from the word of mouth that the Dallas Cowboys didn't even go to the playoffs last year in 2019. 2019, the Dallas Cowboys didn't even go to the playoffs, bro. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me about the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys is not even that good. Last time the Dallas Cowboys even went to the Super Bowl, I was in my childhood. I was in my childhood. I was up there living in the mountains at the time. I was up there living in the mountains at the time. You know, come on. Just left Philadelphia, a year before. Come on. I'm living up in the mountains at the time. Come on. Came back to Philadelphia 2 years later. Come on. Came back in 97. Spring in 97. Came back. Come on. Right at the Tyson took 2 L's from Holyfield back to back. Back to back. With these Dallas Cowboys is I see that they made like some okay moves. I think the Dallas Cowboys just picked up a cornerback. Um, they picked up a cornerback. And they picked up somebody else. Um, we're gonna talk about a few more things before I wrap this up. About the Philadelphia Eagles and these Dallas Cowboys. Now, I just thought about something. Now, the Dallas Cowboys is gonna have a season to where that they're gonna win no more than 7 games. I don't even think they're going to the playoffs. I think that the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins is going to have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys they're trying to make okay moves right now, but it's not really leading up to anything. Now, what the Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do is that now I don't even know if they paid Dak yet. Now, in my opinion, I think that what the Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do is that they're trying to weigh things out all the way to the draft, just so that they could try to pick up another quarterback under Dak. Because who's under Dak? I don't even know who's under Dak. I think Meyer, whatever his name is, or something. If I ain't mistaken, they need another quarterback under Dak, and they trying to be on the safe side because they want to pick up a quarterback to where that they could just give some money and not what Dak want, not exactly what Dak want, and they want to give Dak whatever, else besides what he really want. They give him the starting position, and they didn't give him what he really want. All he just wanted was a good contract. And what the Dallas Cowboys is doing is that they're just wearing their options, in my opinion, and slow dragging their feet for Dak. what's going to happen is that Dak is going to really realize that what the Dallas Cowboys is just really going to try to do is that they're going to try to play Dak to a point where Dak is really going to want to make a decision to leave the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion. And a team that he should go to, in my opinion, I think he should come to the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion. I think Dak should come to the Philadelphia Eagles and be in rotation with Carson Wentz because we need another quarterback. I don't want that quarterback. I don't want Joe Flacco, whatever his name is, coming to Philadelphia as a backup quarterback for Carson Wentz. I'd rather take Dak. We all know that how Dak is. We know how he play. He's a quarterback. We can pay Dak an easy 40, 50 million easy for about a 4 or 5 year contract. I think a 4 or 5 year contract is fair for Dak, just in case Dak don't go nowhere for a few years, because a lot of teams is tight right now on quarterbacks right now, and you have a lot of starters right now. They're actually pretty good on a lot of on most teams right now. So what starting position that Dak is going to get once he makes this decision to leave Dallas, because he's going to get sick and tired of Dallas. He's going to want to leave. He's going to want to leave. He's going to want to do this. He's going to do that. This time around, I think that once Dak leave from the Dallas Cowboys, I think that Dak is going to try to figure out that he just want to go to a team that's going to show him love and then still pay him, and they don't have to pay him a lot of money right now. Just pay him, damn, at least give him more than 20 million. At least give him more than 20 million. I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, like y'all seen the tapes. I mean, like he was trying to perform. He was trying to perform. But like I said with Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley, I just think that he was being stubborn in the beginning. Reason why I think that Dak was being stubborn in the beginning is because for the simple fact that he was trying to come up. He was trying to come up. And he was looking for a spot. And Dak was really looking for a guy to really run with without really nobody taking his spot, because Cole Beasley and Dez Bryant was the key guys to actually win those key games and even go further and even try to make the Dallas Cowboys look good under Jerry Jones. Under Jerry Jones. I'm glad that Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley left. Cole Beasley had a remarkable season. He had revenge on the Dallas Cowboys last season. Cole Beasley actually going to the Buffalo Bills was actually a remarkable and a good decision for Cole Beasley to do. And when Cole Beasley went against the Dallas Cowboys in the 2019 season, I think that Cole Beasley played against them twice last year, and Cole Beasley balled up. Cole Beasley balled up. I think that us Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, should get Dez Bryant. In my opinion, I think we should get Dez Bryant and Dak Prescott. Dez Bryant and Dak Prescott, and show the Dallas Cowboys is that they're not a team that actually gonna go to the playoffs no time soon. That time that they recently went to the playoffs with Dak, it was all for the fact that because they had a battery in their back. It was all because they had a battery in their back. I'm trying to tell you what these Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do. All they're going to do is just try to beat most of the teams. Most of the teams is they're going to try to beat in the NFC. Most of the teams that the Dallas Cowboys are going to try to beat this 2020 season is basically most of the teams in the NFC East. And maybe a team or two outside the NFC. Period. And that's going to be that when that they at least got like enough wins to where that, they could try to be in talks of maybe in playoff content mid season between week 5 and week 8. Between week 5 and week 8. Dallas Cowboys is going to try to be in talks. So what the Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do is that they're going to try to at least win at least early 4 or 5 games to even try to be in talks. To even try to be in talks. That's what the Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do. That's what the Dallas Cowboys is going to try to do. No confetti is falling down. Last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl, I was in my childhood riding my bike. Um, Here I am now, about to turn 34 this year. Um, yeah, yeah. I just left my first girlfriend around that time. I was pissed off that I left her around that time because I went up to the live up in the mountains for like 2 years. Um, my first girlfriend. Um, and around that time, we still had Randall Cunningham at the time. That was that year that 1995 was the last year that Randall Cunningham even played for the Philadelphia Eagles. To my common knowledge, I grew up watching Randall Cunningham. Um, I grew up watching him. I remember I remember Randall Cunningham having good games, plenty of games. I remember us Eagles having Rodney Pete, Bobby Hoyen, Coy Detmer, Ty Detmer, the Detmer brothers. We had a lot of guys. We had a lot of guys. Um, I even think that if I ain't mistaken, we had Doug Flutie. If I ain't mistaken, um, and Mark Sanchez. Yeah, I believe we had Mark Sanchez too. We had a lot of guys. Um, the Dallas Cowboys is, in my opinion, this season for prediction for 2020 this season. I think that the Dallas Cowboys is going to be 5-12. This season they ain't winning no more than 5 to 6 games. No more than 5 to 6 games. A lot of teams know that this season they're going to try to repeat themselves from last season. They're going to try to win certain games. They're going to try to win certain games. Um, they're going to try to beat certain games. Dallas Cowboys think that they got easy wins against the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. You know, they think that they got them two easy wins from them, and they know that we could, and they know that they could try to at least try to steal one win from us, which will try to make it a third win from out of those three teams, and they know that they play all the NFC East teams twice, so all three of those teams they're gonna try to get two wins from. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to at least get two wins from us, or at least one from us. So at least if they lose one of the games from us, Philadelphia Eagles, and then the other two wins from the other two teams in the NFC East division, from the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. So it makes it 2-4 plus the one from us. You know what I mean? So that's 5 wins. You know what I mean? And they're looking at it like they might even try to win both games against other to make it 6 wins, or try to win at least one or two games outside the division to make it like try to at least make it